Hey, happy Sunday. Whee! It is a good Sunday. It's cloudy and I think it's supposed to rain off and on all day, but it's pretty good. It's not too cold, not too bad. I just left the pharmacy at the Walmart. I had to pick up my thyroid medicine. My blood work came back normal. I had to go get I have to go once a year and get my thyroid tested, get the blood work done for it, and everything came back fine. So, because I had abnormal results last year, I don't know what the hell happened there, and they had to do like an ultrasound of my thyroid and all this, and everything looked fine. All I found out was my thyroid is a little smaller than normal, but my doctor said that's no big deal. It's just on the smaller side, that's all. It's because I'm so awesome. It doesn't have to do much. No, my thyroid decided after my younger son was born, it just decided that it was going to go on vacation and it didn't want to work anymore. And it just said, screw this. I'm tired of you putting stress on me. Stop bothering me. And it started to not work too great. And and I found that out through some blood work done in my place of business my place of employment at that time. They used to do this thing once a year where they would have people from one of the hospitals come in or one of the labs here come in and do a full blood panel on you, and the firm would pay for it too. You didn't have to, it was, they would cover everything. It was whatever you wanted. You could get all kinds of tests done. And I did it, and the lab called me. They called me and said, you have issues. I said, I know that. You can't tell me anything I don't know. They said, no, you need to go to your doctor, or if you don't have a doctor, we can recommend you somewhere. You need to go get your thyroid rechecked because your levels are whacked out. You need to go get this blood work redone just to confirm the numbers that we're seeing, because something's going on with your thyroid. And not to try to scare you, but you need to go as soon as possible and get it redone. So, and when it got it redone, and the TSH was just off the charts, the thyroid stimulating hormone. Like, my thyroid wasn't doing anything. And I mean, I knew I was really tired all the time and I didn't feel too good. But I thought it was because I had just had a baby a few months prior. Well, of course I'm tired. I got a 4-year-old, full-time job, and a newborn. I mean, and I'm doing it by myself. No shit, I'm tired. Of course I'm tired. Anybody would be. But no, so that's when I started going to the doctor I go to now. I've been going to her forever. And so they redid the blood work. They got the same results. She said, yeah, we're going to get it under control. Don't worry about it. It's nothing, because I was scared to death. She said, no, it's nothing to be scared of. It's okay. She's great. I love her to death. She said, it's fine. They were not trying to scare you. They just wanted to let you know that, you needed to get it checked out. Don't be afraid. It's you're not going to die or anything. It's going to be all right. So anyway, got all that done. Where the hell was I going with this? I don't know. But that's how so I have to get my blood work done every year and all that mess. And I commiserated with the nurse about plantar fasciitis while she was drawing my blood this time. Somehow she asked me about my shoes, because she said, I really like your shoes. I said, yeah, they're Brooks Adrenaline 22 or whatever. She said, yeah, my doctor said I needed to get some like that, or the Hokas for my plantar fasciitis. I said, oh yeah, that's why I have them. And so we were talking about that, and yeah. But I overheard a conversation while I was waiting to pick up my prescription that I couldn't help it. I'm sitting there like, man, I wish I had a nickel for every time I had to have this conversation with a customer. Because I used to work in retail pharmacy when I was in college. And I felt so bad for this guy. This elderly gentleman was ahead of me in line, and he gets up there to the register, and he has his little prescription bottle. He's probably in his 80s. Like, he's not doing this shit online. He still brings the bottle to the store for his refills. So he said, I need to get a refill on this, and he hands her the bottle. I had this conversation so damn many times. He hands her the bottle, and she's looking at it like, yeah, I'm sorry, sir. It's you don't have any refills on this. We're going to have to call the doctor. And he said, but I've been getting this filled here for years. She said, yes, sir, I understand that. But if you look right here, you can see it says no refills, contact physician. Well, I have refills. No, I do have refills. I mean, I've been getting this filled here for years. And he just kept saying that. I've been getting this filled here forever. And it's never a problem. Well, sir, we can't refill it. If it has no refills, we're going to have to call your doctor and see what your doctor says. Well, but I had to drive. I live 10 miles away. I drove, and I'm thinking, there's not another pharmacy 10 miles. There's a bunch of CVS's and shit. Why are you coming all the way out here? That's your personal preference, I guess. I had to drive 10 miles to get here. Well, yes, sir, I understand that, and I'm sorry for that, but we still have to talk to your doctor before we refill this. But I just don't understand why that is. I mean, my doctor always gives me refills. Yes, sir, I understand, but you don't have any right now. She was very patient. She didn't get ugly with him or anything. He was just not getting it. And he said, I've been getting this filled here for 40 years. I'm going, honey, if you were standing here 40 years ago, you would have been in the middle of a cornfield because this Walmart didn't exist here 40 years ago. And I'm just back there just like, oh my God. I had this conversation so many times. So he goes, so can I wait? She said, sir, it's Sunday. We will, she said, I'll send a fax to your doctor. And they have, we can send a fax and see if they respond to that, and we will call them as well, try to get a response today, but chances are we will not receive a response today. But I've been getting this, he just kept on and on. But I've been getting this filled here for forever, for years. And, I felt bad for the guy, and I felt bad for the pharmacy tech. Like, they're just struggling right now. Both of them, nobody got mad or ugly or anything. Everybody was polite, but I felt bad for both of them. I felt bad for both of them. Because he is like just not getting it. But I don't want to have to drive all the way back up here. Well, sir, it's Sunday, and, let's see, I can actually stay in this lane. We are not going to we probably will not hear from your doctor today. Hopefully we will get a response Monday, but it's probably not going to happen today. Well, what am I going to do? And then I felt bad because I was over here with the other tech. They were doing my thing. And then as I was leaving, I heard him say, but I'm totally out. I took the last one this morning. I won't have a pill to take in the morning. And that usually when that happens, the pharmacist can authorize like one or two, to get them through until they hear from the doctor. So that's probably what they did. But my God, I had that conversation so many times. Or we will hear back from the doctor, and the doctor will say, I'm not going to give them any more refills until they come in for a visit. And then they get mad at us like it's our fault that their doctor said that. Well, why would he say that? I don't have time for a visit right now. Can't you just refill it? No, we can't because you're out. But I've been taking this forever. I understand that. But if you don't have any refills, I can't give you one. Your doctor said you have to go in for a visit. You have to go see your doctor. But I don't have time for that. Well, sounds like you got a choice to make then, with all due respect. You're either going to have no medication or you're going to go see your doctor. There is nothing I can do on this end. I am sorry. Well, and they just walk away just like an angry chihuahua. And I know because I've been there. I have had that happen too. Like, yeah, they wouldn't give you a refill. Shit. I'm not going to take it out on them because I understand there's nothing they can do about it. It's not their fault. Anyway, oh my God, I was just dying. Like, oh, bless her heart. Because they had just opened too. I got there right when they opened. That was her first customer of the day. Like, shit, what a way to start my shift. Man, he was just not getting it. I've been coming here for 40 years. Like, you have not. This store didn't exist 40 years ago. Oh, bless his heart. Bless his heart. So I don't know if you saw the little conversation I had. Yeah. I didn't mean to get into this, but it does sort of perplex me. What? This is a totally different subject from Walmart and the elderly man. So I got a message on Patreon from one of my Patreon supporters. I'm surprised this only happened once. Hey, do you do private videos? Doesn't have to be sexual. Why do you feel the need to point that out? And why do you want a private video? I mean, why would you care if somebody else watched a video that I made? Like, why does it have to be private? You do realize there are all kinds of places on the internet where you can get people to do private videos for money. I mean, you can. There are plenty of places you can go for that. I don't really think an ASMR person is the one to ask. You know, that would be like walking into Dick's Sporting Goods and saying, do you do private fittings for shoes? Doesn't have to be sexual. God, why do you think I meant that? Even though you didn't mention it. I have to point that out. Totally. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like that. Sheesh. What is it? This I blocked the guy. I removed him. He is no longer a Patreon. He can't contact me anymore. He's gone. That's weird. There's a restaurant right here. There must have been some sort of issue. The Smoky Bones restaurant back here had an enormous sign out front in these huge letters, and it said, "We are open." I wasn't aware that they ever weren't open. Maybe they weren't. Maybe something happened. Maybe they just don't have a lot of business and it looked like they weren't open. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that was weird though. I have always been fascinated by human behavior. What motivates people to do the things they do? And that's why I studied psychology and got a degree in psychology when I was younger. What is it that drives people to behave the way they do? It's fascinating to me. It still is. I love to watch people. I'm always observing people. Wherever I am, I just watch people and I listen to them. And it's really interesting to me, the things that people do. Because some of the things they do just don't make any sense to me. I just don't, and I'm always trying to understand it. And I'm not on the dating scene, thank God. I don't ever want to be on the dating scene again, because if you're single and you're trying to, find a lasting relationship, you know what a freaking nightmare it can be. I mean, there are some crazy ass people out there, and they're also looking for love, or they're looking for something. I don't know what the hell some of them are looking for. It's not love. I don't know what the hell it is. All right. Now, I realize most men don't do this. They would not do it. What is it? What? I don't even know how to put it into words. Okay. What is it about sending a picture of your little Slim Jim? What is it about that you think is appealing? I mean, does it work? Have you ever gotten anywhere with? Maybe they have. It must work. What? Why? I have yet to have anybody explain to me, why do you think we want to see that? Am I alone in this? Are there people out? Do you want to see it? If this is a person you've never met, you're not dating this person. Even if I were dating you, I still don't want you sending me pictures of your junk. I mean, I don't know. There's just something about it that's just like, ugh. And what is it that makes us go, ugh? What is that? Why do we find that? Why do we respond with disgust? Well, that's a good question. Because again, I'm interested in people's behavior. Like, what is behind that? Because every behavior has something behind it. There are not many free operants. You don't just do things for no reason. Usually there's a reason. Like right now, my lips are dry and I'm getting my stuff. That's the reason. I have a lot of thoughts about it, and I am so glad I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with that. I don't ever want to deal with that again. I mean, if Glenda the Good Witch and I, for some reason, just were no longer together, honestly, I would be fine just never dating again. I'm fine by myself. You know, I'm good. I'm good. And I would not have to deal with pictures of tallywhackers, which would be nice. That is one of the reasons why I would not want to date. I don't want to run the risk of having to look at that again anymore. Like, God, never mind. I mean, that, you know, I will never date you now. I will never go out with you. I don't want you anywhere near me. Go away. Just go. You're disgusting. Just go away. But man, they keep doing it. It is a thing. Unsolicited pictures sent to you via text or whatever. And it must be an impulse because, you know, back in the day, you didn't have people taking a Polaroid of their junk and mailing it to you. I mean, maybe you did. I never had that happen. But that took a little bit of thought and planning and time. And I would think that if you thought it through, you would probably change your mind before you put the stamp on the envelope. You probably wouldn't make it that far. But with a text, you can just, you know, bloop, doop, and just, you know, you're done. And, oh, I don't know. They probably have to get the lighting right. They probably have a light ring somewhere. They're putting a filter. Are there filters for those pictures? There probably are. You know, it looks small. Hang on, let me do like that. I'm going to get a long shot. It still looks ugly. Nobody wants to look at it. They're so proud of it, too. It's like, look at that. I don't want to. Why are you like this? What do you get out of this? I guess everybody has a different motivation for it. At least this person asked. I mean, I don't even know if you can send pictures on Patreon. I don't know. I've never had anybody ask to send me a picture of anything on there, so I don't know. I've never tried it. The app itself is kind of clunky, and I'm not crazy about some of the way it's set up. It's kind of a little clunky. But can I send you a picture? How about no? Nobody wants to see that. It must work. I mean, it must work. There must be people who want to see it. Is it because in general men are more visual? You know, they are visual creatures. They evolved. I mean, it's all a part of human evolution. Men are more visual in general than women are. We're more about emotions and stuff, but, you know, we're not as visual as men. I guess for them, they're thinking, well, I sure would like to see a picture, you know, coming my way. I guess I'll send one going that way, and that way, you know, they'll really like this. This'll seal the deal right here. Yeah, it damn sure will. It will seal the deal and convince me I never want to speak to you again. Because, I mean, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but being old-fashioned isn't altogether bad. I feel like, you know, if people are going to see your little Slim Jim, it needs to be under different circumstances. You know, this needs to be a person that you are in some sort of committed relationship with on some level. There needs to be some kind of, I need to have met you, and, you know, there needs to be more. You don't. I mean, if you walked up to a stranger in public and dropped your trousers, they'd call the cops. But you do this, and you think this is a turn on. That guy looks like Guy Fieri. You did not just do that. So you're the asshole that does that. There's a man over here looks like Guy Fieri in a little sedan. He's sitting in his car, eating a salad. I guess he just bought it in there. I'm at Aldi. He did it very carefully. He had some trash in his car. He opened the door and just gently set it on the ground. You lazy piece of shit. So you're the reason sometimes I'll see a whole carcasses of chicken sitting in the parking lot. But at least he didn't sling it. I mean, he did. He opened it, and he's driving away. Driving. You piece of shit. You know what motivates you to do that? You're a piece of shit. I have officially diagnosed you as a piece of shit. He did. He just left his damn trash in the parking lot. Just carefully set it on the ground and drove away. Well, God, I hate a litter bug. I hate that. You know why? Because literally like 15 paces from where he was parked, there's a trash can. Right there. Right there. Oh, I hate a litter bug. Lazy ass. Guy Fieri looking ass. Anyway. Oh, that pisses me off. Okay. All right. You know, I have a New Year's resolution, and I've had it now like 2 or 3 years in a row. One of my New Year's resolutions is that wherever I go, I will pick up trash. Like if I'm walking towards a store, I will pick up trash and just carry it with me and throw it away. Because there's usually a trash can by the door or on the way. And I do that. Most of my trash pickup is in this Aldi parking lot. I don't know what it is about people who come here, but they all litter. Don't run over the shit he left in the parking space. Sorry you had to dodge that. Another car pulled up in the next space. What was I talking about? It wasn't trash. Well, it was trashy behavior. Yeah, if you want to, okay, let me give just a little tip, okay? No pun intended. If you have a tallywhacker and you want to find love, don't take pictures of it yet. Don't do that. I mean, I would even go so far as to say, even if the person asks you to send pictures, don't do it. Don't do it. No. You know why? Because they need to earn that, okay? Don't think so little of yourself. Don't feel like you have to show them your body parts in order to find love, because you don't. You don't, and you shouldn't. I'm still mad about that. I've never actually witnessed the depositing of trash in this parking lot, although it happens a lot, because this parking lot is always full of trash. People just drop shit everywhere in this parking lot. Fighting a losing battle. If you want to find love, keep it in your pants. Seriously. Don't give up the pictures and don't give up the goods so easily. I don't think you're going to ever find happiness that way. But that's a whole other topic. So what it has to be a point of pride. I think these men are very proud of their little Slim Jims, and honestly, I know they think it's remarkable, but I'm gonna just tell you the truth. I have only received a couple of unsolicited pictures of that nature in my life, and they were the ugliest things. My first reaction was a mixture of laughter and revulsion, like I was not impressed. I was not turned on. It didn't do anything for me, and I showed it to everybody around me, and we had a really good laugh about it. That was one of them. The other one, that was by myself. But like, oh my God, look. And you were a clown. You were beclowned at that moment. So it really did not have the impact that you thought it would have. And then, of course, I blocked you and never talked to you again. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're impressed, and being visual creatures, they feel the need to share. They really want to impart upon the world the magic that is their Johnson. Look at that! Look what I have! Look what I did! Oh, honey, it's not impressive, okay? And to me, it shows that you just have absolutely no respect for me, that you would even do that. Like, you know, I don't care to ever meet you now. I don't want to shake your hand. I don't want to talk to you. I want you to just go away forever. Just go away forever. I don't ever want to hear from you again. Y'all, don't do it, okay? If you want someone to like you, talk to them. Just talk to them. You do not have to jump straight to that. If it works out, you will get to that point eventually in real life, not just electronically. You will get there. Don't be so impatient. And it's nowhere near as impressive as you think it is, okay? It's not. You know, if you're in the habit of doing that a lot, I imagine there are lots of people who have laughed at your little Slim Jim. Bless your heart. You have no idea. That poor little thing, it's doing the best it can. And it's just getting laughed at because of your ridiculous behavior. So stop it, just for the love of God. We need like a public service announcement, like the Say No to Drugs thing. Like, say no to Slim Jim pics. Just stop. Stop it. Get some help. You got to do it. Just stop it. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see that. I mean, I don't know. I have never in my life been at a point where I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to take a picture of a body part and send it to a stranger. That'll work. I'll find some happiness that way. No, probably not. Probably not. I don't know. I am old-fashioned, I suppose, but it was weird. The whole conversation, see, but that's how they always start out. The Patreon thing is a perfect example of how these conversations start. Do you do private videos? Or they'll say, look, I am not a pervert. Why do you feel the need to say that right up front? What are you? But you are, because you're about to say something perverted. You are. Do you do private videos? I do happy birthday videos. That's it. Oh, okay. And then he started talking about, what was it, semi-trucks or something? I wondered if you could do. And then just bam, we take a hard right turn into, I don't know what the hell. Hey, can I send you a picture of this? Fuck no! Stop it. Stop it. Seriously, just stop. Just stop. You're gonna die alone. You are gonna die so alone with your little Johnson. I guess you could just hold it in your hand and like hug it for emotional support. And I don't know, maybe you can stretch it out and then you could wrap it around yourself like a sweater or a scarf and die in peace. I don't know, but stop. Has anybody figured out why they do it? I mean, obviously they do it because they think it's going to get them somewhere. I mean, I guess. Or they like the shock value. They like the thought of scandalizing you or something. It doesn't scandalize me, honey. I've been married 3 times. I have 2 kids. I know what they look like. You're not scandalizing me. At this point, it's not an attractive organ, in my opinion. It just kind of looks like a little sausage. And I mean, it's not as impressive and majestic as a lot of y'all seem to think it is. We don't really care about it that much. We really don't care about it as much as you do. You're obsessed with it. Some guys are just obsessed with that thing. We don't really care. Anyway, stop it. And if anybody figures out why the hell they do it, if it's something beyond what I think it's just that men are visual and they think they don't have the ability to understand that, you know, not everybody is, and not everybody is going to like that. They think, well, I sure would like to see a picture of their stuff, so I'm going to send them a picture of mine. Doesn't really work that way. But yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, pervy dude is gone. I've blocked him. Hopefully he will just stay away. Like, I don't want to see anything of yours. I don't care. Doesn't interest me at all. Whatever. So, yay, it's Sunday, and I got to get in there and get some groceries. I need to get a few last minute things for my lunches this week and for my younger son for his lunches. And I have plenty of stuff already for dinner because I bought all that stuff the other day. But thank you so much for watching and for being here. And if you ever figure out the whole mystery of the pictures, just please let me know. Because I'm fascinated. I'm just fascinated by human behavior, all aspects of it. This is just one aspect of it. It's just, people just fascinate me. Why do they do what they do? I don't know. I really don't, but it's a fascinating topic. But thank you so much for watching and for being here. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.